Excuse me, my hair haven't dried fully, but yeah, a few minutes, I guess. So the plan is just to make a clean kitchen and then go to the bedroom and do a bit of a decluttering and some other chores. We're gonna talk about decluttering and I am going to do it. Come with me and be prepared that maybe you would like to declutter your bedroom after this video. I'm going to declutter my home this summer. I don't have a plan, I'm just going with it this time. I've been doing this more or less for 8 years, so I feel it will work out just fine. But if you are doing your first big declutter, it is a good idea to have some sort of a plan or structure that you'd like to follow. This process can be very overwhelming at first, and the plan can help you get through it safely to the other side. It can be a good way, for example, to start with the easy parts, to build up your decluttering muscle slowly, and to give time for yourself to have your own methods worked out before you deal with the more difficult areas. Decluttering is not just about selecting things you don't want to keep. It is also a learning opportunity for everyone to get to know ourselves better, to take a look at our choices, our values, our spending habits, everything. Also, it is about the sometimes painful process of getting rid of the selected items. I don't mean painful because you are parting with things that are meaningful to you. Don't do that. Also, leave sentimental items to the end of the whole process, the whole decluttering process. When I say painful, I mean it can be difficult and time-consuming to find a good place for everything that you are saying goodbye to. Anyway, I suggest you to do the getting rid of part just as mindfully as the decluttering. I believe that every still useful item deserves a good home, just maybe not my home. Also, to feel the pain of trying to sell or offer everything in Facebook groups or whatever your local community uses and post items and make the packaging and make appointments with buyers and so on. It's worth it, not just because I can get some of the money back that I've spent, because to be frank, many times it is just too time consuming to do this and for a very little money. But also it's worth it because it teaches me every time, not just that things we don't need anymore don't vanish in thin air when we decide to part with them, but also it is a good lesson for the next time when I plan to purchase something. You know, there will be questions like, do I really need it? What will I do with it once I will not want to keep it in my life anymore? Questions like these. Giving things away to friends can be a good option as well. For example, we always get clothes from a good friend for our son, and when we are done with them and the ones we bought as well, we give them to the very same friend's cousin, who also happens to have a son. It works out just perfectly. Donation can be a good option too, but mass donation of the stuff that is not really needed in the place where we take it happens a lot in the world, so we need to be careful with this too. Oh, it's so sticky. It shouldn't be. Oh, this is not how it's supposed to go. It was so sticky. I'm not sure it's happening, but let's hope for the best. And now a final round of cleaning and we're done. Finding a good place for our decluttered items is a good and honorable sustainable practice. But I know sometimes we just have to go to the litter bin or to the recycling bin and throw out some stuff. I do it too, still. There are times when I feel so overwhelmed, when I just want to get rid of that one thing now. It is the minority of the cases, but I feel like sometimes we just need to protect our mental health above our physical belongings. Also, you can imagine this does not happen with the stuff that I have a good method to pass on. It is just the random one-off thing on the random one-off day, but it happens, and that is okay too. Being mindful in decluttering, in giving things away and in shopping is a practice that will change everyone's lives for the better. It teaches us so much, and helps us to find the real valuable things in our lives that are not just physical things at all. I guess by this time you have seen the whole bedroom. It's tiny, so it will be easy to declutter. I would like to go through this chest of drawers and we shall see what's in it. Cleaning supplies. Oh, I forgot to change this. We have a duvet in our son's room in case he would like company in the nights. It's still the winter duvet. This is the summer one. So I'm gonna change this one later because now I would like to focus on this room and the cover for it. So that's perfect. These are pillowcases that it's not good to sleep on them. I don't think we are ever going to use them, so they can go. These stay. These are curtains for the living room. I only use them in the winter time. In the summertime, they are just having a rest here. This is a spare rug. Sometimes I use it in the winter, but it's summer now, so taking a rest. Bath mat, I don't know, and tablecloths for rare occasions, but still using it. But we mostly use this in the winter time. Stays here. So at this point, this drawer is pretty empty and contains things that we use in a different season or very rarely. So I am going to go and look for some other things that can go here because there's plenty of room in this drawer. Found perfect things to put in here. This winter I picked up some yarn and I started to knit. I'm a beginner and I made 2 scarves and I started a third one, which is going to be gorgeous once it's done. But to be honest, I haven't really touched it since it is good weather outside. So I'm thinking that maybe knitting will be a winter kind of hobby for me. So I'm just gonna put all of this in the drawer now. They can sleep there till the fall, and then I will finish up the scarf and look into other projects if I will feel like. And these are from wool, so I'm just gonna put some lavender next to them just to be safe. This is the final look of the drawer. The second one, it is one of the most used drawers in this house. Everything that's here is needed. Not that neat though, so I'm gonna just make it a little prettier for myself when I look into it. But these are basically just towels. These, lately I've been kind of hating these because they look really worn out. They look really bad. I don't like them anymore, so yeah, they are going. the towel drawer. When you're serious about decluttering, this is why you need to look into every drawer, even the ones you use all the time, because you know when you're using it, it's just you don't always see the things that you would declutter. But when you go there with the intention that you look around with these decluttering eyes, then this can happen. So the last one, well, we have everything here. I have my journal here and a book that we found secondhand. It's like, I don't know, 40 years old or 30 or something. And it's about foot massage. And sometimes we look into it when we want to learn something new about the topic. So it's in the perfect place. I have my earplugs here. I am pretty sensitive to noise, mostly when I'm tired. So I really need these. These are parent safe because it mutes down the voices, but not so much that you wouldn't hear your children or people talking to you. So it's perfect. It's a remote for the lamp, but it doesn't work. So I'm gonna have to ask my partner if it's fixable. These are two little statues from my son. And I just keep them in the drawer because it's funny to look at them when I open it. Coloring kit. A baby blanket, which is from wool and unfortunately shrunk in the wash, so I don't really use it for anything, but I'm just happy when I open the drawer and see it, so it stays. The next part is not really going to be decluttering, it's more like a chore for me. I'm keeping here the extra bathroom stuff like face creams and my contact lenses and everything. It's a perfect time for me to look into this because we soon will run out of things, so I have to buy or order some more. I'm just going to go through this and I have a list on my phone. Oops, I'm recording with my phone. Ha! So I have a list on my phone. A full list of all the things that we use skincare wise. So when I look through my box, I go through the list and just check the ones that I will need to buy new ones from. I guess that's because now we're recording, I'm gonna go do this later. It's so hot in here, but I closed the window so we won't get street noise. Also, I closed the door so we will not have any noises. Whew, hello summer. So one more thing that I'm going to temporarily declutter from my life. Let's talk a little bit about it. You can pretty much see all of our furniture here. We have 2 nightstands. Plus, there are not much things there, so they are really neat. But I had these on my nightstand. And we need to talk about this. This is 6 books. And I'm just not reading them all at the same time. And 2 of these books are from the library. And what I intend to declutter for the summer is going to the library. It is really great, but I have a lot of books at home that I recently bought. I mean, not a lot, but you know, I have quite a few books that I would like to read that I already own. So I really like the library. I really love it. I started to go there exactly a year ago. I went to the library a lot when I was studying at the university, but then I stopped, and now I picked up this habit and I really like it. But nowadays I feel pushed because there is that boundary that, you know, You borrow a book and you have to take it back a month later, or you can get an extra month, so it can be 2 months. But there's a deadline. You have to read it by that time. And I always find great books, and I always promise myself I will only have one for 1 month, and that should be like a breeze. But now I have 2 again, and sometimes I have more. So I'm just gonna read these, and I'm gonna take them back to the library, and I'm gonna say goodbye till the fall, because these days I just really don't read that much. So I'm gonna enjoy this summertime my own books. Decluttering is not just about things, it's about activities too. It's really good to think about everything in your life, whether you want to do it or not, you want to keep it or not. Yeah, that's it. There is one more thing that I really wanted to talk about, and that is the fact that I didn't have much to declutter in the bedroom, and that I don't have much things around here. And that is not a coincidence. On one hand, you know, I've been decluttering for 8 years. I call myself a minimalist, so that's a reason. But I still have stuff, and you will see when we will go around the house, and we have messy areas. Oh my god, you don't want to see our garage. So really, it's just the bedroom that is really, really minimal, because I feel that for the best rest, it is really crucial to have only a few things in your bedroom, and the kind of things that don't stress you out. I don't keep here any kind of chores or work related stuff or anything like that. Just calm things, you know, face creams and towels and my journal, and that's really great for me, and I really like it. Also, the bedroom is the place where I always can come back to have a rest, not only at night, but whenever everything else out there seems to be too much. Even if there's a little bit of a mess here, I can tidy up in a few minutes, and I can just lay or sit on the bed, and I can feel calm in this space. And that is really, really important for me. So I strongly suggest that if you can do something like this with your bedroom, you know, put only the things that you love there. They can be books or anything, so it's not about how much things you have there. Okay, maybe a little bit about how much. But mostly about how those things in your bedroom affect you and your mood and your mental health. So if it's calming for you, it's something you love, then the bedroom is a good place for it, I feel. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm really happy that you've been here with me. Let me know in the comments what's happening in your bedroom. Okay, so you know, decluttering and stuff-wise, the other things you can keep for yourself. I trust you're having a wonderful day, and see you in the comments. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe, because more videos are coming. Goodbye! So what do we think? Is it gonna work? Is it not? It definitely needs more time. Here we are. I'm not sure, but I don't want it to over-rise or whatever, so let's put it in the oven. And the finished bread. It looks good. I'm really hopeful that it's fully baked. But this is really, really pretty. I'm happy.